A goy came to Rabbi Moshe to ask, why do rabbis always answer with a question? To which Rabbi Moshe replied, why not? The night sky above Manhattan will never win any awards. The few stars visible looked lonely and desperate. I could relate. Sometimes the line between salvation and damnation is a mighty fine one. I no longer knew which side I stood on. There are those who would say that I had no business being here. They might be right. I'm no longer sure what I'm doing, but I'm fairly sure I know who I am. Hello everyone, and welcome to our new puzzle game Let's Play thing, called the Shivah. This is a point-and-click puzzle-y type adventure thing, where we're going to be investigating. I have played a bit of this before. I tried to play part of this last night. Okay, music. Let's drop you down. I'm fairly sure I've dropped you down before. It doesn't remember the sound droppage, apparently. So we've got to continue. That's because I started playing this, but something happened with the recording. I'm not entirely sure what, and I can't seem to get it back. So, we're starting this again. Yay! So this is the Shivah. This is we're going to be playing as Rabbi Russell Stone, and there's some interesting mechanisms going on back here, I think. Let's go. New game. It began, as many things do, with a song.
Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra lied nasa v'chel tzokol atzai melech shemo nikra.
His final note faded off into the near-empty synagogue, unheard by anyone. As I had hundreds of times before this, I got ready to speak. And, as I had hundreds of times before this, I began to wonder why. Yeah, it does look like you've got more people in the choir than the nave. Oh.
Thank you, Cantor Kaplan. Today in my sermon I'd like to discuss suffering. Why do bad things happen to good people? Wherever there is pain, or oppression, or poverty, the question is always the same. How could God let this happen? Is God as good as we think? Can he, in fact, do evil? Maybe, on occasion, he even enjoys inflicting pain.
I took a good hard look around my world. And then it hit me.
I can't do this. I'm sorry.
Rabbi?
You heard.
Huh? What?
Go home, Mrs. Raymer.
Is it over already?
Yeah.
Rabbi Stone, wait! You can't just stop.
Sure I can. Just watch me.
But
It's over, Josh.
you can't mean that.
Look, you're a good kid. You've got a good voice and a good future. Don't let me hold you back. Now do a mitzvah and call Mrs. Raymer a cab. Goodbye, Josh.
The question of suffering and... Yes, what's God's place in it all? It's rather an interesting theological question. Yes. Ethical dilemmas have plagued religious leaders since the dawn of time. But morals don't mean anything without the personal experiences to back them up. Yeah, okay, knock on the door. Right. State the obvious.
Services are cancelled.
Now we can go through all of these. I know that. Repeat them. They give different bits of dialogue.
Go away.
Declare our intentions.
Leave me alone.
And these, and these ones just repeat what we've said. So,
I repeat, services are cancelled.
but they don't really give anything new, so there's no point. We may as well just grudgingly acquiesce.
Fine, I'm coming.
Right. So, the thing is, the game doesn't tell you how to. Like, a lot of them buttons, so I spent a little bit of the last recording getting a bit confused. So you can hold down the right button, and you can see everything. Oh, yes, I know that's a thing. I was going to get to that. You can then right-click on something. These boxes contained a small supply of kiddish wine. So right-clicking examines, and if I left-click, I go over and I try and pick something up. Or interact with it in some way. As much as I would have loved to break open a bottle of kiddish wine, I didn't think it would be appropriate. We also have inventory. We have two, and we have some clues, except we don't have any clues yet. So we could look around, examine everything, but we may as well just go to the door. Actually, let's look at the Yiddish dictionary. Common Yiddish words. Meshuggah, crazy. Mensch, a helpful person. Momser, yes. Nebish, weakling. Shivah, period of mourning. Shiksi, non-Jewish woman. Yenta, a busybody. And Goy, a non-Jewish person. So, there's not much else to do, so let's just go to the door.
I thought I told you to go home.
Rabbi Stone, there's someone here.
Tell him to get lost. There's no service tonight.
No, it's a cop.
Huh?
What? Uh oh.
Detective Sam Durkin, Midtown South Precinct. Could I talk to you for a few minutes, Rabbi Stone?
One thing to be aware of is the computer has a search engine. And you can search for things on it. And, so there'll be moments of quiet where I'm taking notes of things that people have said. Rabbinical response, I think. Ask more
Is
questions.
there some sort of problem, officer?
I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
Fine. Josh, take a hike. So, what can I do for you? I assume you're not here to convert.
Are you familiar with a Mr. Jack Lauder?
Should I be?
I'm asking the questions, Rabbi.
Fine. Let me think. Lauder. Oh.
You know him.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about him?
He used to belong to this congregation.
Used to, but not anymore?
No. Left about 8 years ago, I think. What's this about?
Have you had any contact with him since?
No, I haven't. Care to fill me in here?
Do you read the papers?
Let's be honest, shall we?
Not recently.
So, you're not aware, Rabbi Stone, that Jack Lauder has been dead for 3 days?
I did my best to control myself. I knew this man's type. His eyes scanned my face like a barcode reader, trying to read every telltale sign of emotion. Any flicker, any twitch could be used against me later.
No.
Does that bother you?
Should it?
Answer me, Stone.
No.
So, you and Mr. Lauder weren't close?
No, we weren't. What's the deal, Durkin?
I've seen Lauder's will. He left you a significant amount of money.
What?
He did what?
You heard.
How much?
I don't have the exact amount, but somewhere in excess of 10,000.
Bull.
It's the truth.
Jack wouldn't give me bubkiss, let alone $10,000.
And why is that, Rabbi Stone?
He just
Uh-oh.
wouldn't.
Ooh.
This temple's in pretty sad shape, isn't it, Rabbi?
Oh no.
Well, you're not blind, that's for sure.
Can you afford the repairs?
Rabbinical.
Do I look like I can afford it?
I'm just asking.
Oh, you're just asking. Well, I'm going to ask you to leave. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Rabbi Stone,
Get out of my office.
listen.
No, you listen. I know where this is going, and I don't like it.
I'm just doing my job.
Yeah, you're a real mensch. Get out of here.
Fine. I'll leave Renway Stone. But I'll be back.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Yes, so obviously, Mr. Durkin thinks that we are somehow connected. They're connected to this whole nonsense. The rain beat and well, there's an obvious motive, isn't there? The rain beat an irregular staccato rhythm against the window, but I could only hear one thing. Jack Lauder. Jack Lauder. The name pulled out a cork in my brain, letting loose old thoughts and memories that fought and struggled for supremacy. Jack Lauder. It was more than just a name. It was a link to a time when things were simpler. A time when I thought I had it all figured out. A time when morals and ethics meant something. A time before it all went downhill.
I need to think.
Yes, right. Well, let's examine things, shall we? We've got a bookshelf. My collection of rabbinical texts, prayer books, Judaic history, and Harry Kemmelman novels. I've already looked at the boxes, papers. Just bills, lots of them. A photograph. A colour photograph of Benai Ben Zion Youth Group Picnic. It was taken over 15 years ago. Most of those kids probably have families of their own by now. I know, sometimes the dialogue is past, sometimes it's present. I'll try and pass it into what I think it should be, which some of it should just be present, and it isn't. Crawl space. Small crawl space used to store old records. Ooh, maybe there's something in there. There was nothing up there I wanted to see. Okay, diploma. Diploma from Benai B'rith
Has it
Yeshiva.
really been 30 years?
I had come across this quote some years ago, and had decided to have it printed and mounted on the wall. It read, "If statistics are right, the Jews constitute but 1% of the human race. It suggests a nebulous dim puff of stardust lost in the blaze of the Milky Way. Properly, the Jew ought hardly to be heard of, but he is heard of, has always been heard of." Certificate. My certification of rabbinical studies. It reads, "This is to certify that Russell Elijah Stone has been granted the title of rabbi by Benai B'rith Yeshiva on the date of the 23rd of June 1970. Right, so, well, we have a computer. Josh set this computer up a few weeks ago. He claimed I needed to join the 21st century and connect with the community. Josh has been bugging me to start using it. I suppose now is as good a time as any. If only I could remember what Josh shows as my login and password. What's our login? Josh picked this computer up a lot at a local yard sale. He said it would revolutionise my life. That hadn't happened yet, but I wasn't holding my breath. Nothing else down here, is there? Ooh, window. The window afforded me the thrilling view of the deli across the street. It wasn't the kind that opened. I think in the crawl space you said the records there. Nothing up there I wanted to see. Business card. R. Stone at Ravnet. Okay, so what? R. Stone. So, R. Stone. Password. Clue. Busybody. There was a busybody in the dictionary, wasn't there? Let's have a look. Yenta, busybody. Right. Yenta. Hello, Rabbi Russell Stone. Please choose an option below. We can have a joke. Moshe was talking to a psychiatrist. I had a weird dream recently, he said. I saw my mother, but then I noticed she had your face. I found this so worrying that I immediately awoke and couldn't get back to sleep. I just stayed there thinking about it until 7 AM. I got up, made myself a slice of toast and some coffee, and came straight here. Can you please help me explain the meaning of my dream? The psychiatrist kept silent for some time, then said, "One slice of toast and coffee? Do you call that a breakfast?" Who would drink coffee? Ugh. Mail. Ooh. Various things. We have... Mazel Tov! Welcome to Ravnet, New York, the newest way to bring Jews together as a community. Our features are small but growing. Here's a list of what we currently offer. The mail feature allows you to send and receive email. The search feature allows you to search our data archive of Jewish news, events, and members. Right. That's what we're going to be doing, is searching a lot. Everyone needs a laugh. Check out our joke feature for the best in Jewish jokes. On behalf of myself and the entire RevNet team, thank you for joining and making our community stronger. Test. Hello, Rabbi Stone. I set up your account for you. Hopefully it'll work out okay for you. You can change the password if you want. Most people choose things like their mother's or their wife's maiden name, but I thought this was appropriate. So that's going to be a hint if we need to hack into someone's account. lschwartz@cheapmail.com. Dear Rabbi Stone, I have been a loyal member of B'nai Ben Zion for many years, but I can't bring myself to listen to your dark and gloomy sermons any longer. Times are tough enough for us Jews without you rubbing salt in the wound. Goodbye, Lisa Schwartz. Actually, I might write down these names because we could search for them. So Josh Kaplan, Lisa Schwartz, Dave at wadjeteygames.com. For the best in games and entertainment, visit www.wadjeteygames.com. It's great when you can advertise in your own game. Right, jbrooks at hotmail.com. What happened? Rabbi Stone, I'm sorry, but my family and I can't attend your services any longer. Your last few sermons have upset the children so much that it took several hours to calm them down. What happened to you? Jeremy Brooks. We can search for all these people, maybe. Oh, but they're not on RavNet, so maybe we won't. Tomo. For your network protection needs, contact Tomo! Manager at Electric. Final notice, due to continuing non-payment, your electrical service will be terminated if the overdue balance of $525.67 is not met by the 21st of April. Contact our office if you have any questions. Sapple. Actually, I'm going to cross those two off because they're not on RavNet. Rabbi Stone, I've tried to have faith in you, but it's obvious that you're becoming increasingly more unbalanced. You call yourself a Jew. Our people need leaders. Regretfully. Sarah Applebaum. Don at bankofny.com. To Russell Stone, this is to inform you that your account is currently $1,893.43 into its overdraft. As you are aware, your account only has $1,000 of overdraft protection. Please submit the difference of $893.43 to us within 7 days so as to not damage your credit rating. Yeah, we're in trouble. We need... Right, so let's do this in order. Sam Durkin. I don't think he's going to be in here. Nope, didn't think so. Let's search for off power. Josh Kaplan. No, I didn't think it would be anything. Oh well. So nothing. Jack Lauder. I will switch between those. Jack Lauder. Oh dear. Jack Lauder of Beth Tikva. So he attends Beth Tikva. Was found dead last night in his Midtown office, victim of an apparent assault by person or persons unknown. We at RavNet express our sympathies to Jack's friends and family. Jack Lauder, 100 Jane Street, apartment 4E. Okay, so we'll search for Beth Tikva. That might give us the location so we can visit. Beth Tikva. Contact information. Beth Tikva Synagogue, 321 West 82nd Street. Chief Rabbi Amos Zelig. Rabbi Amos Zelig. Okay. Amos Zelig. Contact information. Just gives us the place. Okay. Amos Zelig moved to New York in 1963 with his wife Carol. Wife. And the dog is Dodger. Okay. It's 63 with his wife Carol and his dog Dodger. Since then, he has been one of the most prolific rabbis in the city. His wife and dog are gone now, but Beth Tikva remains one of the strongest centers of the Jewish community. That might help us. I don't think... I actually... Carol Zelig. No. I assume Dodger won't give us anything. This is the thing, is it doesn't search the content. I think it is just you put in the right words and the certain things come out. So I think we've gotten all we can from there, I think. Or there's nothing else I can guess with, so let's go out, shall we?
Wow, Rabbi, what was that all about?
Rabbinical
Didn't I
response.
tell you to go home?
Come on, Rabbi, I have to know. Who was killed?
Josh, what did I tell you about listening at my door?
I wasn't, Rabbi, honest. You were just very loud.
Huh.
So who was killed? Was it that Lauder guy?
Rabbinical.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Who else could it be? I heard you talking about him.
Huh. We must have talked very loud.
Well,
Lee.
yeah. So
Loudly.
who is he?
An old member of this congregation.
Ah, that's too bad.
Yeah, well, it happens to the best of us.
Are you gonna pay a Shiva call?
I don't think there will be a Shiva, Josh.
Why?
Shivas are for Jewish families.
Ooh,
Just for
you're not happy with that.
Alright, if that's what you want. I guess I'll go now.
Yeah. Good night, Cantor.
Night, Rabbi.